Today we're going to Denmark. Denmark is the country where I grew up, and hopefully still am, because I do want to grow a bit taller. And during my childhood, one of the most impactful movies was called Benny's Bathtub. And it's not just me, all my friends also remember this movie, which is weird because it came out in 1971. So what made this movie so great that every parent in Denmark unanimously chose to show this 50-year-old movie to their children? I have rewatched it 3 times now, and I have no idea, honestly, what were they thinking. It is in Danish, but don't worry, because I will subtitle it, so just think of it as like watching anime or another popular Japanese media. Meet our protagonist, Benny. The movie starts with Benny playing with his toys. Just kidding, the movie doesn't end already, though maybe it should. Benny's fun is spoiled when his mother and her friend Donnie come home. They scold Benny for playing with toys in the living room. If it isn't evident that they are awful people by how they look or how the colors of the room disappeared when they entered, then just watch this clip with me. Or not. I've been trying for hours to do wacky editing to make this video bypass the content ID system, and every time it gets blocked. So, less showing, more telling. Basically what happens is the adults talk about how nice it would be if they could hit Benny, if they could beat him up, because he played with toys. This 5-year-old kid. We also get this scene which will forever be burnt into my mind. They then suggest that he go outside and play war, because that's where everyone plays war, apparently. Benny then goes out to play on the photorealistic, colorless street, and as you can expect, it sucks. But then he meets a girl and trades his toy car for a fishing net and proceeds to go on to an adventure. The first stop is what I think is the rubble of a building or a junkyard. But hey, he did want to play war, so maybe this is I'm too scared to finish that joke. I don't want to get cancelled on my first day. Here he acquires a glass jar and probably a bit of tetanus. The next stop is the lake, something that should be much safer. But somebody's watching.
Hvad er du for en? Er du en børnelokker?
Børnelokker? Nej. Jeg er ornitolog.
Meet the ornithologist. I remember me and my cousin going up to the forest near my grandparents' house. She told me that I shouldn't go in there because it was filled with pedophiles. This wasn't actually true, she just said this to scare me. And I was scared, to be honest. But not because I knew what a pedophile was. If I knew what a pedophile was, I might have been more calm. I was scared because this was what I thought a pedophile was. So first of all, he moves and talks extremely manically. He also begins to shapeshift to explain to Benny how the different bird races function. It should be mentioned that he's not actually supposed to be a pedophile, but when he tries to explain that, he begins caressing Benny with his tongue out. So I'm not really sure what to think.
Pludselig, den føler sulten i sig, spiler den sine majestætiske vinger ud og suser ud i det tomme rum.
Now that child me would have found really funny.
Så sejler den rundt, og pludselig får den øje på klyden. Der går en klyde dernede, og ved siden af klyden er der en lille rede med små klydeunger. Og ørnen ser ungerne. Og ørnen tænker, aha, der er et nemt bytte. Og så siger ørnen ned efter klyden, og klyden farer videre. Og ørnen farer efter, og klyden farer endnu videre og ud i vandet. Og der kan ørnen ikke fange den.
That, by the way, is the last we see of him. He never gets out of the water, he never appears again. I can only assume that he's drowned. But Benny doesn't seem to care. He didn't really add anything to the story other than trauma. Maybe the authors just wanted to highlight how awful the mother was to send her son out playing amongst debris and pedophiles. But honestly, I just think they were having fun. This was the 70s, everyone was doing something. The protagonist then jumps into the lake to look for a fish, and catches a tadpole and poses like a thumbnail for a Calling Shrek at 3 AM video.
Goodbye then. Goodbye, Shrek. Shrek? Shrek? Hello, Shrek? Where did you go?
This film moves very fast, but you can just manage to catch a glimpse of a frog heading toward the lake, maybe to check and see if the children are still safe. Well, they are not. Benny runs home all excited to show off his new tadpole to his mother, but oh no, he's muddy! And mom is not happy, so she forces him to take a bath. Just to show how gross she is, we get to see her eating cake off the floor. Benny overhears his mother talking with a friend about something boring like winning a car or something. Who cares? Benny lets the tadpole into the bathtub, and the tadpole tells him to join him. So Benny suits up and they dive into the bathtub ocean. It's they're in the ocean now. Benny is curious about how the tadpole can speak. Apparently the tadpole was once a prince, but then a witch made him into a frog, but then he used magic to turn himself into a tadpole because being an adult sucks, and that's the point of the movie. I think, I'm still not sure. Benny befriends a seahorse, but the seahorse doesn't know the bro code and leaves him for a girl. Oh well. But luckily Taddy, I'll call him Taddy now, Taddy knows where a pirate shipwreck is, and they head there. But first a bit of foreshadowing that they should be afraid of the big black shark.
Hvor er den stor.
Indeed. Back to the pirate ship. These two skeletons are very drunk and are having a heated argument over whose mother is the worst. But they aren't saying yo mama, they're saying my mama. You see, their mothers were also pirates, so for them, being the worst is good. I know what your bigot mind is thinking right now, that women can't be pirates. That's wrong, women can be criminals too. Just look at all these female pirates. Wait, excuse me? Mary Critchett was an English pirate and a convict. Are you sure about that? They begin singing and dancing about their mothers. I don't know why all the pirates are black. It was a different time back then.
Min mor var den skarpeste af dem alle.
Du var hun nej.
Nej, det var sgu min mor, der havde de lange spidse tænder.
Men ikke diamanttænder ligesom min.
Og min mors øjne slog lange gnister.
Og min gik i rustning af det rene guld.
Det var min mor, der var den værste.
Det var min.
Det var min.
Det var min.
Det var min mor, det ved du godt. Det var min. Min.
Hold kæft.
They fight again and Benny and Taddy manage to steal their treasure map.
Så kommer min oldemor og tæver din storesøster i morgen.
Jo, min lille søster har ikke engang gået i skole.
Min mor kommer og tæver min far.
Hvad er I for nogen?
Jeg er sådan en slags frømand.
Ja, jeg er en hattetusse.
Hvad er du for en?
Tja, jeg er blæksprutte.
Okay, so I have written in my notes that I'm supposed to recreate that facial expression. I am not doing that. That shouldn't be on the internet.
Når jeg keder mig, så skifter jeg farve. Og jeg gemmer mig, så jeg bliver helt væk. Når jeg keder mig, så skifter jeg farve. Og jeg gemmer mig, så jeg bliver helt væk.
I can change colors as well. Luckily for you guys, you don't have to do something so painful to change a color. You just have to find that subscribe button and turn that from gray to red, from red to gray. So to sum up the song, when the octopus is bored, he plays, twists and shoots his ink, sharing many similarities to one of my favorite pastimes. Benny and Teddy part ways with Octopus for now, but before they can reach the treasure, they are stopped by Cop Crab. If you ever needed a reason to defund the police, then here it is. Cop Crab requires you to have a ticket to enter the coral reef that you can only get from him for free, so there's absolutely no reason for there to be tickets in the first place. What a pain.
Og skulle der blive den mindste smule frækhed, så se vel på denne store søgræsvante. Inde i den gemmer sig dybhavets farligste klo. Det er så farligt, at det må blive inde i vandet. For hvis de andre dyr så den, vil de besvime af skræk.
The symbolic meaning here is pretty obvious. You know what they say, big glove? We all know that one person who always wants to compare sizes, like, I get it, Grandpa, we're the same height, but you have bigger shoes, so what? You're the one who's insecure about yourself, because I still have my youthful vigor. Cop Crab then proceeds to give a musical performance that absolutely no one asked for. In the song, he describes how he was happy as a child, but when he became a teenager, he was frustrated because all the mermaids were only interested in the lobster boy, because he was handsome and had big claws. This jealousy made Cop Crab grow up to become an incel whose only purpose in life is to deny others happiness. Cop Crab must have mixed up big glove and big love. Even though they sound similar, the key difference is that he has never held hands with a loved one. Am I being too mean to a fictional character from a cartoon? Probably. Cop Crab in his madness cuts the treasure map into pieces and the duo is forced to leave.
Oh no!
the shark! Benny calls to his mother for help, but she's probably eating a 17th Danish by now, so she can't help him. But worry not, cause Octopus heard him, and he's on his way sprinting or something. I'm not really sure. This scene scared me a lot when I was a kid because it looks like it's about to snap, and that would be so embarrassing. Octopus saves the day, and he also knows the secret way into the coral reef. And out the Taj Mahal comes 3 mermaids and Chad Thunderclaw himself, the lobster boy. They sing a 3-minute song where they flirt with each other very suggestively. Why is this in a kid's movie? The mermaids then tell Lobster Boy to take off his shirt so they can feel him up. Benny and Octopus decide to play a prank on them by placing ink on the floor, which Lobster Boy slips on like a banana peel in Mario Kart and bruises his elegant shin. This actually helps him because the mermaids try to console him. If only it was that easy. Oh my god, they just go at it! The mermaids realize that the ink must have come from Octopus, and they are mad as someone just hurt their BTS bias. They then have a snowball fight, or ink fight to be precise, which sounds fun, but the music is still the same gloomy music that they for some reason have made the theme. I do want to talk about the music, cause sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's just weird. There's also very few sound effects, so sometimes it's just completely silent when it shouldn't. I guess it was difficult to edit in 1971. I also found the soundtrack online, and there are some songs that just aren't from this movie, like... Octopus may have seemed like the good guy until now, but if he was alive today, he would have so many Me Too hashtags.
Jeg kan ligefrem føle, du er en tøs.
Jeg bliver vanvittig, jeg bliver hissig, jeg bliver...
Og vutte. Og digge. Damen kan hun smile. Whoop. Ind til dig.
Cop Crab appears to finally stop Octopus, but Teddy removes his gloves and what? Look at that! It's tiny! It's so small! Are you gonna make a mermaid happy with that, loser? Benny finds a treasure chest, but before he can open it, his mother decides to check up on him. So Benny decides to pull the plug out of the ocean, and everybody but him and Teddy are swallowed by the void. I can't tell you how scared I was to bathe after I had seen this movie, because I thought I would be sucked into the drain. My mom desperately tried to explain to me how I was too big, but I didn't believe her. That octopus looked pretty big to me. Benny's mom is about to get mad, but is distracted when she sees the lottery ticket that says she has won a car. All the grown-ups go crazy, even the dad comes home and learns the ability to levitate. But now that all the old people are gone, Benny invites every child in all of Denmark to jump into the bathtub with him, and they all drowned. I watched through all of the credits, and we never found out what was in the treasure chest. My guess is the decomposing body of the ornithologist, but if I ever find out, I will let you know, so like and subscribe if you're curious as well. Goodbye.